Okay, everybody, I wanted to make a video talking about this subject for a while now, and the only reason why I haven't is because I didn't really think that I should. I mean, I did discuss this a little bit in one of my previous videos, but I didn't know if I wanted to make one full dedicated video talking about this subject, especially because I didn't really know whether something was actually going to come of this or not. So, but then something happened that did get me to think, okay, maybe there is something to this, and we'll get to that in a second. So, in case you don't know, a little bit of context for anyone who doesn't know, there have been these rumors going around that maybe Disney is, or at least Lucasfilm is, at the very least considering bringing back Gina Carano. Now, in case you don't remember, Gina Carano was let go from Lucasfilm a while back. Now, the context for how she was let go was not good, or at the very least, it didn't make Disney look good, because if you remember, the way they fired her was they didn't actually bring her into her office, or at the very least call her or email her or anything, or basically contact her personally to let her know that, hey, we appreciate all the work you've done for us, but we just want to let you know that moving forward, we're going to be moving on without you, but we still want to thank you for all the work that you've done for us. That's not what they did. She basically admitted in the interview that she did with Ben Shapiro on the Daily Wire that she found out she was fired, just like we all did, on social media. One day she just woke up. She looked up social. She was on social media, and that's how she found out she was fired. The people didn't even have the balls to fire her in person, or like I said, they didn't at the very least have what it takes to contact her personally to let her know that, hey, your services will no longer be required. But again, we wanted to thank you for all the work you've done for us. They didn't do that. No, they just decided to fire her behind her back and have her find out through social media. But apparently, there have been talks that Gina Carano, or rumors that Gina Carano might be in talks with Disney, as you can see, in order to come back to The Mandalorian. Because, according to some other rumors, apparently Jon Favreau has plans for the Cara Dune character, who he did make for Gina Carano, to maybe have a role in this story that he's telling, and that's why he's trying to get her back. And to me personally, I think it would be the smart decision to bring her back, because I think bringing her back will also bring back the fans that you pissed off by firing her. Now, whether or not Gina herself even wants to go back will depend, of course, on her. I mean, like I already told you, does she want to go back to a company that doesn't even have what it takes to fire someone to their face? Would anyone even want to go back to that company? Or would she want to go back to a company that wanted her to go through a quote unquote struggle session, where it's basically an entire hour of 40 people just yelling at her, telling her that she's a bad person, even though she did nothing wrong? But there have been some things, and the thing is, the reason why I wasn't going to make a video about this is because I thought that maybe there was really probably nothing to this. But there have been some things that have been happening recently that made me think that maybe there is something to these rumors. And one of them in particular is this. If you guys remember, Gina Carano tweeted this: want to hear something cool? Just so happens you will be able to see my Bear Grylls episode on Nat Geo. After all, Bear is a real one. I'm so glad you're going to get to see it. My Heart is So Full airs on Nat Geo May 10th at 9 p.m., which is actually today. So, hey, go watch the episode. I mean, hell, I know I will. So, yeah, you will be able to see this episode. And the thing is, if you remember, Disney reportedly, they on Disney Plus, they decided to remove the episode, which makes sense when you consider that person is, like, if a company wants to distance themselves from someone, usually they'll try to erase any. Basically, they try to go back and they try to rewrite history and make it seem like this company never had anything to do with this character. And if you want an example, basically think about what the WWE did to Chris Benoit. If you don't know what I mean by that, look it up, and you'll probably understand why. Now, a lot of people looked at this and thought that maybe there was nothing really to this. They thought that maybe maybe it was probably contractually, maybe they were probably contractually obligated to have the episode out. So a lot of people thought that, oh, maybe that was the case. Maybe it was just contractual stuff and there wasn't really anything to this. But at the same time, something recently just happened that might again lend a little bit more credence to this. And that is this. This is from comicbook.com. I know, horrible site. But they said that The Mandalorian reportedly pushing Gina Carano for Emmy Awards consideration. And this is very, very interesting because, and a lot of people thought that, wait, is this fake? But it turns out, no, this is real because you can see it right there. You can see supporting actress Gina Carano. And you see the lead actor right there, Pedro Pascal, supporting actor Giancarlo Esposito, and Tamora Morrison. Now, personally, I don't think that Gina Carano is going to get the win because, again, she isn't really all that popular in what was it? In Hollywood, considering her views, or the fact that she at the very least makes her views known and doesn't hide it, unlike a lot of other people in Hollywood, which is again understandable why they do that, considering how people who have those views are treated in Hollywood. But yeah, I don't know. But I mean, if she does win, boy, that would be like a big, big FU to Disney. But yeah, again, this is very, very interesting. The fact that this is happening just goes to show you that maybe, just maybe, there is something to this. Now, again, I don't believe she'll win because, again, there's no way they're going to give it. There's no way that the Emmys will give it to her. But then again, the awards mean nothing. And yeah, I mean, I can understand why people would look at this and say, you know what, maybe there is something to this. Maybe there is something to these rumors because if Disney was trying to distance themselves from Gina Carano, if they want to pander to the crowd that tried to cancel her, why would they do this? And why would they air her episode with Bear Grylls on Nat Geo, which again is owned by Disney? So why would they do that? Now again, like I said, this one maybe maybe it's because it's contractual. That might be the case, but this is interesting. So now a lot of people may wonder, oh, maybe this has to do with Jon Favreau. Maybe Jon Favreau is the one who pushed for this. But if that is the case, then it might lend credence to some other rumors that we've been hearing that apparently Kathleen Kennedy has absolutely no say in what's going on with The Mandalorian. Because if you guys may not remember this, but there were also some rumors going around that Bob Iger, before he gave the reins of the company over to Bob Chapek, he saw what was going on with Star Wars and decided to basically give control of what's going on with Lucasfilm, or at the very least The Mandalorian, strictly to Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. Because again, they worked on The Mandalorian and people loved The Mandalorian. Not everyone, of course, but most people loved The Mandalorian. So he decided to give control over it to, or at least when it comes to the creative side of Lucasfilm, to Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, which is understandable. But a lot of people thought that no, that's not really the case because, well, Kathleen Kennedy is the president of Lucasfilm. What she says goes. And I'm, of course, more inclined to believe that. But then again, you look at something like this and you look at the fact that Kathleen Kennedy had to give the okay to fire Gina Carano. Because again, you can't fire someone without the boss's say so. Especially, so Kathleen Kennedy had to give the okay. So the fact that this is happening, again, probably lends credence to the fact that Kathleen Kennedy doesn't have as much control as people think she does. Because if Kathleen Kennedy had her way, there is no way Gina Carano would even be considered for the Emmy. So I don't know, maybe, again, I'm not saying that this is fact or fiction. I don't know. All I'm saying is I don't know. I'm just telling you guys what we do know, and I'm just giving you guys an educated guess. I'm saying, personally, I'm not going to say whether this is happening or this isn't because I don't know. All I'm saying is based on this and based on this, I'm just saying there may be something to these rumors. Or at the very least, they're probably at the very least worth your attention. So that's all I'm going to say on this, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Remember to like the video, share the video, especially if you enjoyed it. It'll really help support the channel with the algorithm. And especially subscribe if you're new here. And make sure to click on the bell icon because that will notify you whenever I post a new video or whenever I go live. Thank you so much for watching and or listening. Remember to stay safe and take care of yourselves, guys, as always. And please join me for the next video. Bye for now.